Hi, how are you? My name is MaxNoSleeves, and I got thrown out of a bar. Again. So, yeah, this sucks. I'm gonna tell you a quick story about what happened to me Saturday night. It's a bummer, but it's really more of a philosophical bummer, alright? But anyway, just Saturday night, my buddy texts me, says, oh, come by to this bar, we'll have a couple of drinks, have a couple of laughs, it'll be great. I'm like, alright, I'll be right there. So I'm hanging out, having a good time, whatever, and then the bartender comes over to me and he's like, hey man, you gotta go. Now, I know what you're thinking. Hey, it sucks to get thrown out of a bar, but honestly, it's not the worst thing in the world. When I was in college, I got thrown out of a bar for stealing all the cherries off of the bartender's little cherry bowl. Yeah, that got me the boot real quick. I was trying to show everyone how to tie a cherry stem into a knot with my tongue, and it's easy. You know how to do it? Here's a quick secret. You take one, you tie it with your fingers, and you put it in your mouth. And then 5 minutes later, you grab another untied cherry stem, and you make a big show out of it. Hey everybody, wanna see a trick? Watch this. You're welcome. So the guy comes up to me, he's like, you're out of here. I was like, oh, geez, that sucks. But then I was like, wait a minute. I wasn't doing any of the normal things to get you thrown out of a bar. A good rule of thumb for why you got thrown out of a bar? Because you were acting like a baby. You know, crying, falling asleep, whining, yelling, grabbing titties, pooping your pants. That's always a bad one. But I feel like at that point, you're gonna wanna leave yourself. Just like waddle out like a penguin. I was hanging out with a baby the other day. He walked funny. Then I realized his diaper was full of secrets. So I'm running through the thing and I'm like, man, I wasn't fighting anybody. I wasn't aggressive. I wasn't falling asleep. Like, what's up, man? And he goes, yeah, no, it's your sleeves. We got a dress code. And the one thing we need is sleeves. He was sleeve shaming. He was sleeve shaming. Sleeve shaming? Dude was sleeve shaming. Now, I especially hate the no sleeves dress code rule. But more than that, I think the dress code rule at all is just the most asinine lunacy I've ever heard in my life. Like, every possible argument that you could make, I don't believe it at all. One of them I hear is like, you want to attract the right clientele. So you make everybody wear ties, you'll get a bunch of finance dudes with all this sorts of cash, right? But that type of stuff is so outdated. You can have like gray t-shirts that cost $500. Mark Cuban's walking around in jeans and t-shirts. Steve Jobs walking around in Asics sneakers all the time and turtlenecks. You telling him he can't get in because he's wearing sneakers? I mean, how many times have you seen? You'd never judge a book by its cover. Judge it by its triceps. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Like, it's always been my experience that the people who dress the nicest are just totally overcompensating for the dumbest shit in the world. You have to give me a second here, right here, to get on a soapbox. But like, what's like the hardest job you can think of? The most important, the most beneficial to society, the most difficult, the most demanding. Let's just pull one out of thin air. I don't know. How about like a surgeon or a doctor or a nurse? And are they wearing bow ties and three-piece suits? No, they're wearing blue pajamas because they're gonna get blood and puke all over them. Now, conversely, think of a job that doesn't like bring the most to society. Finance guys, car salesmen, T-Mobile kiosk guys at the mall. And they're dressed to the nines. They got a tie knot as big as my fist. Sidebar, and one of the things I didn't really realize about growing this beard that's so awesome, but I never have to tie a tie right anymore because you just can't see the knot. Just so blessed, you know? Just so #blessed. I know, I get real touchy about this subject because one of the greatest days of my life was when I decided that I was like preoccupied with how people saw me and thought about me. I would wear like, I'd try to look cool. And then one day I was like, nah, f that. I'm just gonna lean into it. I'm gonna wear cut off sleeves all the time, grow a ridiculous beard. You know, just do whatever I want to be comfortable in my own skin, you know? And that was great. I remember back in Boston, every bar had this dress code. They wouldn't let you into the bar without a nice shirt and nice shoes. And so what happened? Every single dude wore the same exact thing. Blue button-down shirt, folded over once, jeans, and some beat-up brown leather shoes. Because they're wearing them to the bar every time, getting Bud Light dripped on them. You look around and every dude's wearing the same thing. Even me, I wore that too. And it was awful. And to say that something like universally looks better is stupid. Back to the story. The guy kicked me out of the bar. Luckily, the bar's in a hotel. So I just go right down to the lobby. I'm like, hey, I ate lunch here, and I think I might have left my sweatshirt or like a shirt here. I was like, oh, what does it look like? Like a light beige, it had like a button. It definitely had sleeves. I was like, all right, I'll take a look. And he comes back and he's like, yeah, I didn't see a beige jacket. I saw a dark blue. Is this it? Yep, that's it. Thanks, pal. Appreciate it. So, quick life hack. The hotel lobby is one of the greatest places on earth. If you're ever in a bind and you need Wi-Fi, they always have really nice bathrooms. And now, look at that. You get nice shirts, you can go to the bar and hang out with your friends. But this is the worst part, is I come back to the line and the same bouncer's there. I forgot to tell you, the only problem with the shirt was that it was a women's small. So I legitimately came back to the front of the line and I'm like, hey, so I got sleeves, can I come back in? And the guy was like, yeah. So just for the record, this looks better. Like, I don't know if you can see this, but like if I move my arm wrong, I rip the shirt. Totally. It's a chock full video. You get a life hack, you get a lesson in philosophy, and you get fashion tips. Giant beard dudes look great in women's clothing. It's just the idea of a dress code to me is just so dumb. I remember I was in Vegas one time and I was with my friend Ali Spagnola. We were both wearing no-sleeve shirts. Guess what? It's Vegas. It's 150 degrees there. We were gonna go to lunch and the guy wouldn't let us in. He's like, sorry, sir, you do not adhere to the dress code. The dress code's no sleeves. And Ali was like, I'm wearing no sleeves. He was like, yes, but that's fine because it's just for the gentleman. The gentleman must wear sleeves. And she was kind of like, you know, that's like low-key incredibly sexist. Like, what the fuck? I want to wear no sleeves. She can wear no sleeves. Let's all just be comfortable, man. And I'm sure there's some people that are like, yo, you know, I like to dress up. I like to look good. But you know what's cool about looking cool? You feel cool. So if dressing up in a ball gown makes you feel cool, then knock yourself out. But I feel cool in this. So maybe stop stepping on my dick. Anyway, whatever. The moral of the story is, 1, if you're ever in a bind, go to the hotel lobby. 2, don't judge a book by its cover. And 3, as dumb as this sounds, I'm trying to spread a message of be comfortable in your own skin. Because it's awesome when you are. It really is awesome. And if I can offer some humble advice, do whatever you gotta do to get there. But hey, what do I know, right? Thanks for watching. If you like the video, please subscribe. If you don't like the video, please subscribe. My name is MaxNoSleeves, and I'll see you next Tuesday.